Hi, my name is Tiago Duarte and welcome to another video tutorial here at Daily Beats. In today's video we are going to I'm going to record my voice and I'm going to make some beatbox, and then we are going to make a beat out of that beatbox. And before we jump into the tutorial, I would like to ask you to subscribe to this channel and activate the notifications so that you know when we upload new videos. And also, if you like to help us support this channel and help us continue to make free beats here to YouTube and Facebook, consider buying our plugin splitEnhancer, which is currently on sale with a 25% discount, and the codes will be in the description and also here in the cards at the top. So if you have any questions or suggestions, just leave them in the comments below. So let's go ahead and start making the beat. So the first thing I'm going to do is to enable my microphone, and for that I usually use the insert 1 as my mix channel, and here I'm going to use insert 2. So let's go ahead here to the mixer to the right side of the mixer, and before we do that you must be sure that you have your audio settings correctly set up. So you can go here, and as you can see here in my audio configuration, I have my line audio box USB audio interface connected, and then that's it. And if I go here now, I have both in 1 and in 2, and in this case I want in 2. And as you can see now, you can hear both my voices, or not both my voices, but my voice that is going through the OBS that is recording this tutorial, and also from FL Studio. So what I'm going to do is to disable this channel here, and the first thing I want to do is to try to get a feeling of the BPM of this song. So what I'm going to do is right click here and select tab, and for that I'm going now to make the beatbox and tap the tempo at the same time. So let's see. So 84, it's a good BPM. Then I'm going to enable the metronome so that when I'm making the beatbox, I'm recording at the same time of the BPM, so that it stays in time, or at least it stays it helps me to stay better in time. And let's go here to the playlist, and I'm going to record 8 bars. So let's go here to the record button. Click it, and let's select audio into the playlist as an audio clip. And let me grab some air, because I'm not a professional beatboxer, so after a while I start running out of air because I don't have too much practice. But what I'm going to do is to click here, grab some air, and then start recording my beatboxing. So let's go ahead. Okay, so I added some variations, and I don't know if you noticed, but my ring bell, the bell from my door here at my studio, rang, and I hope it didn't stayed in the recording, but if it did, I will chop it out. And also here some parts at the end here, or not at the end, but in this part here, I started to get a little bit out of air, so my timing was not really perfect. And also, as you can see here in this point here, let me grab this part here and this one here. As you can see, it's a little, this first kick, it's a little bit off the the start of the bar too. So what I'm going to do is to click Alt and grab the audio file or clip and drag it a little bit to the right so that, oops, what I'm doing here, so that it fits the beginning of the kick. So let's go ahead and confirm the rest. As you can see here, the beatboxing was not perfect, so we can then go ahead and micro adjust all these elements. So let me go here to step mode and see, as you can see here, this snare is not really in time. So yeah, it's not perfect. So let's go ahead and start making some cuts here. Let me go ahead and cut here and bring this up here. Okay, just adjusting the elements, and we can also go ahead and do something like this so that we don't get any spaces without the clip. Okay, this one here was a little bit off, so we can leave. Also, we can. I'm just going to adjust roughly. I'm not going to spend too much time on this because I like this kind of. For instance, here it starts a little bit earlier, and this helps with the swing of the song that we are going to do. Here, as you can see or listen, let me increase the volume. You can hear the bell. I'm just going to leave it as is. I don't care too much because this is for the sake of the tutorial. But yeah, if this was a professional recording, I would do it all over again and maybe record it again. But yeah, for this tutorial, I'm going to leave it. But you can see that even the smallest noise can interfere with your recordings. So let's go ahead here and cut this. As you can see, I'm just clicking on both how can I say, both Control and Alt, and or you can either click on both actually this is not correct. If you click Alt GR, this will click both Control and Alt, but if you do Control and Alt, it will not be the same option, because if you go here, yeah, you have different options depending on which key you press. So if you press the left Alt, you will have one option. If you press Alt, the right Alt, you will have another one. So to cut this, I usually use the the right Alt along with the Shift. So to cut, I usually do this, and this allows me to stay out of the grid. So if I take off the Control Alt Shift, it will lock me to the grid. So if I click Alt, and this, remember, this is the right Shift and Alt. So yeah, you have to be careful with that, because otherwise you will not find, you will have different functionalities and they will not be the same for you and me. So let's go ahead here and adjust this. Okay, something like this. I'm just, this is too much here. This kick is too much outside the grid, so I want to lock it a little bit more. Doesn't have to be perfect, but it has to be there. So this snare also, this snare is too far from the point where it should hit. So I can do something like this, or even like this, because this hi-hat will fit better. and also this one's here. This one I can just click here and shift, and I can adjust because these two work together. And here there's a big difference also, so let's go ahead and fix this. Something like this. Now we can click here and adjust this one. Okay, as you can see, you can spend a lot of time just adjusting your recordings if they are not perfect, and in this case they are not. So yeah, I'm not a professional beatboxer, but here, let me adjust here. Actually, I will cut here and here because this one is pretty much in the correct timing. So something like this. Okay, correct. Here I could shift a little bit, maybe cut it here and do something like this. And this will sound pretty much better after we do this. Yeah, I know it's a little bit time consuming, but it will sound much better. And we are pretty much done. Let me go ahead here and adjust this part here. Okay, and yeah, we are done. So let's listen. Oops, not this one. Let's stop. Yeah, it's okay. So let's go ahead now and start building the beat. Let me go here to drum kit 2. Let's grab some hi-hats. I like this one here, and let's go with pattern number 1, and let's put it here. Let's go back to bar mode, or let me just use two bars. Okay, and now I just want to do something like this, a very simple hi-hat pattern, just to give some support to the beat. Now I want a kick to help me with support the kick, the beatbox kick. So we have boom boom. Let's go ahead and do that. Boom. Okay, this one here we have to adjust it a little bit more. One way that I usually do this is to do something like this to the piano roll. I don't need it to be too much too big. So here in this case I can go ahead now and put this in step mode. In this case I have the orientation of both the piano roll and also the mixer, and this allows me to micro nudge the the kick here so that I can have both I can align the kick with the beatbox. So here now I think I have a loop, so I can go ahead and loop this. Okay, I can even copy this now. Okay, let's double it up, and here in the end it's different, so I have to make a new a new pattern. Okay, in this case, let me open up and let's go to the piano roll. And this is the pattern 2 kick, yeah. So this is, so we have pum 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 pum. Okay, something like this, and also here. Okay, sounds nice. Let me grab a clap. I like this one. I prefer this one here. Okay, so for the clap I will put it on insert 6, and let's go ahead and do the basic pattern. And the imperfections here is what makes this the beat different, so I will leave them as is. Okay, let's go ahead and bring everything to the mix. Okay. I like it. Now I can either grab a bass and start making my bass, or I can go ahead and try to find or mimic my bass with my voice. Boom 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 boom, something like this. So let's go ahead, let me play and try to find a melody to play over the, or record over the beat. Boom 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 boom. No. Boom 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 boom. Yeah, I will record that again. This is not perfect, and then I will also adjust the pitch so that as you can, if you probably watch my tutorials, you know that I'm not a very good singer. I'm just a rapper who likes to make beats and beats, and likes to rap and make beats. And let's go ahead and try to record a bass line over this stuff here. So again, let's do the same. First, let me see if I selected the correct channel. Yeah, I have the rec channel selected, and let's go ahead to see if this fits really nice, or if I can record something useful. Audio into the playlist as an audio clip. Boom 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 boom. Okay, the final part was not that great, so I will maybe have to slice it up here. So let's go ahead and see if it was okay. So I think it fits pretty much. I have to maybe fix some loops. So let's go ahead and see what we can do with this. Let me go ahead and put this on channel 7. Let me bring to the mix. So the first thing I'm going to do is to apply AQ, so that I want to apply a low pass. Let me just solo this. This might be aggressive, but that's what I'm looking for. Okay, let me now grab some distortion. Let me try the crash. Okay, I like the way this bass line sounds. So now let's go ahead and try to align the bass with the kicks. So again, this takes a little bit of effort to fix. So if you want, you can skip ahead a little bit. Okay, and one thing that I'm going to do is to double click here to open up the sampler, and here in declicking I'm going to use transient. Let me see, not this one, this one, generic, no, transient bleeding. Why? Because here I can now go ahead, and if I want to shorten this bass note, I can simply go ahead and do that. So let me first cut everything. Let me cut here. I will do that for all my samples here, because they are not really in time, so I'm going to cut them all and adjust them individually, something like this. Okay, and this one here, here, and then I can go listen to these parts to see if they are good or not, but I can do that later. Okay, something like this. Let me cut here and check if these are worth it. This will be very useful when we when we go to the final part, where I just didn't do a very nice job here, especially in the end. So I can go ahead and let me cut it like this. Okay. Oops. Again, you don't have to do this. You can try over and over to record, but again, I'm not a very good performer because I don't train too much, especially beatbox. So let me see what I can do with this. Okay, let's delete this part that I probably will not use, and maybe this one, but let me check after. So let's go ahead now and fix the notes. So this one here, I want it right about there, I think so, or maybe not, maybe here. And you see, that's why I used the generic transient declicking, because this way I can go ahead and shorten the note, and this will make much more, they will be aligned pretty much as the kick is, so it will play pretty much when the kick does. So let me go and let me see if this, okay, no, there's no note there. Okay, I'm just going to cut the beginning and then trim this part here, something like this. Okay. This one here, this one are the hardest for me to sing, because they are not really in time, so it makes even it makes it harder. So let me try to see if I will leave this note like this, because that was the original intent of the recording. Okay, as you can see, it's pretty much out of place. Almost all notes, they are off, but that's okay. We have DAWs for this kind of work. You can still do incredible songs even if you are not a good player, or even if you have not much experience performing live. But don't let that throw you off, or even if someone tries to make you feel inferior because you don't play too well. Don't let them, because you can still do great music this way, and there's no shame in not knowing. And if you want, you can still always improve your techniques and do a lot with less. So yeah, something like this. Okay. So it's a little bit boring. It's a little bit having to do this kind of work. Sometimes it takes a lot of time. Yeah, but it might be worth it in the end. It might not be, but let's see. You only know after you've done the work. So, oops. Let's see. Let me play so that you don't go over the full song with me just recording this or editing this. And as you can see, it fits well. It's not perfect, but it sounds nice. This part is of course not that great, but let me, oops, I think I right clicked and created a copy. So this one here is too weak, so I'm going to copy this one and do the same here. I will leave it. Okay. So I will call this bass. Okay, now let's go ahead, and this is bass and this is BeatBox. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is add it a little bit of effects. I'm going to add a parallel reverb, so I'm going to use Waves IRL full stereo. Okay, I like this preset. Let me add a Fidelity EQ so that I can apply a high pass. Okay. Okay, now let's go ahead and add a piano. So let's go to packs, instruments, keyboard, close grand. So I don't know in which key I just record this. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and edit this, edit this this loop, and I will go here and detect pitch regions so that I know which kind of keys I just played. So G, G sharp, A, G sharp, and G, C. So let's go ahead and put the notes here. Let me go to pattern 4. Let's go to bar mode, pattern 4, and I just want to put the notes here so that I know what kind of notes I just played. Let me hit enter. So we have C, we have C. I will lower the volume so that I don't play anything. We have G, G4. I will not use that F sharp because it's in the end, so no need. We have A, G, G sharp, G, and also this is one of the things I could have done and I can still do. And let me see, I have E, even though that note probably is not going to be played, and I have B. So the thing that I was talking about was this one. So let me go ahead and try to do what I was talking about. So let's go ahead here and record. Let's use Edison. So this is going to be a big tutorial, so sorry about that. And let's go ahead here and let's record on play. Let's hit record and let's record it. So now it's in tempo, so I know that my notes are aligned and in the way that I want. Okay, so now we have a jump. Let me cut the excess. Let me delete this. Let me bring this copy here to the playlist, and let me delete this one, or at least mute this one, and let's bring this one here to the same channel. And let me open here Newton. So where is it? Newton, I think it's this one. Yeah. And now I can go ahead, bring this one here and let it analyze. And let's see now, since this is demo, I can see now what kind of notes I was playing, and I can even go ahead and do some options to make them all the same. So let me listen first. I can go ahead and bring this one here. So how can I edit this? So I don't want to cut. I'm not sure which kind of, okay, so like this. So this is A, and I want this one to be G sharp, and this is A. So let me see if it sounds nice. Let me bring this one here close, or to the G. Variation, I will not have too much variation. here. Let me bring this part here to G. Let me go ahead and bring this one to, oops, I'm doing something that I don't want. So Control Z. So this part here, I want to bring it to G. This part too, this one too, and this one too. So now I know that they are okay. And this is a way that you can do to make your notes more correct in terms of pitch. So this is okay, so this is F, G, F, E. Okay, let's bring this to G. So the root note, as you can now probably see, it's going to be G. Okay. Let's put this all together. Oops, let me zoom in. Okay, let's listen now the full sample, or the full we can even go here and add this note to C, and this one here to A. Okay, I like this, and let's go ahead now and bring this loop to the playlist. Let's drag or copy the selection, select everything. Control A should select everything, and now we can go here and add this new how can I say, this new loop file. So it's trying to locate something, probably the project or the original file that I uploaded, and this might be a problem. It should be here, so I don't know why it's not sending anything here to the playlist, because I have here the file. Oh, because no, yeah, I have here in Edison, so this is not good. So what I'm going to do is to record the output of the Newton, and yeah, I know this is a little bit crazy, but that's the problem that you face when you don't have the full version of the stuff or the plugins that you have in FL Studio. So let's go ahead and on input record this. And I think I messed up because I used the Edison after the effect, so I'm going to do this again. I will delete everything from Edison because I want the effects after the fact, or after I record it, because that way it's not destructive. So I can drag this sample into the playlist and I will have the same effects. So let's go ahead and record again. Okay, so now we have the full sample. Let's drag it to the playlist. Okay, let's delete that one. Let's check here the beginning, because the beginning add a little bit of silence, so something like this will work fine. Let's cut that part, and now we can go ahead and bring this audio clip. Let me delete this one. I can bring this audio clip into this same channel rack or channel insert, and it will have the same effect. So if I want, I can add different effects and I still have the original sound. Now, one thing that I can still do is go here and let's say I want to select the grand piano and bring this to, I can bring the same notes here to the grand piano. Let me go here and extend the notes. I'm not going to do this because I want to be able to make my own notes, and I don't want to use something like this. So let me go ahead and use, so the note is G. Let me see if it's G major or G minor. I think it will be G major because of the white notes. Yeah, no, but see, it's out. So maybe this is in the C major scale, which is all white notes. Where is major? Here, major. Okay, so it's the white notes, and I can go ahead here and Alt Q to quantize this, and I want pretty much everything quantized correctly. So let me try now and see if this will be the this is probably like this. Let me put everything with its original value, and let's bring the piano a little bit lower in terms of volume. This is the piano. Okay, now let's see what can I do here in terms of chords. Let me see, something like this sounds good. Okay, so this loop is pretty much the same as this one, except we have here a C note. So let me delete this and copy this part here, and let me do another here C major. Let's see how this sounds. Copy this part. Oops. Okay, sounds nice. Okay, let me cut here the excess. And pretty much the same is, it's the same loop except this final bar. Let me see how this sounds. I like it. So let me go ahead and delete this, and let's bring this first part here, and now it's the part of this like back-to-back kicks, so something like this, and like this, and now I can copy this one and the C notes here also. Okay, and let's listen. Okay, let me grab a guitar, maybe the mood, or this one. Okay, it turns out it's what I'm trying to say is that it turns out it's more a melodic rap beat. Okay, so I will avoid this part here and something like this. I don't like. Let me try the strat moto or mute. Okay, let me try something like that. Okay, and let me go here. Maybe first do something like this. Oops, it's here. And just copy and paste. And then bring these ones here. Okay, let's copy these ones over and okay. Let's listen to see if this sounds nice. I want to mute, and let me bring the strat tremolo, and this one will be this, just this solo note. Okay. And these parts here disappear. Like this. So this is tremolo GTR and this is muted guitar. This is the piano. It's a very smooth beat. So one thing that I can do is also add here some kind of dynamics. Let's use the compressor, and as you can see there is a lot of variation, so we can bring this a little bit closer. Let's use 2.5 to 1 ratio. Okay, let's bring now the volume a little bit. So as you can see, there are not too much, the variation now is more, there is not too much variation now. So this is aux reverb. We can even go ahead and apply here, let me see, we can also add some kind of reverb here to the clap. I want it more like this. Okay, we can also go ahead and bring here the limiter so that we can increase the volume a little bit. Okay. We can take this out of recording. We can even add orchestral companion strings. Let's add here some strings, or even an electric piano would sound nice too. Let me go here and load the violins. Let's bring this to channel 11. So this is violins. Let's bring this to the mix. And now let's go ahead and let's put this in G. We can add some kind of variation so that it doesn't stay always in the same note. We can go ahead and name everything here: piano, muted GTR, and tremolo GTR, and this is violins. Okay, and now we can split by channel everything. And now let's go here into this part and separate everything. And now we have our BeatBox Rap Beat, a very smooth rap beat. There are still some flaws here, especially here in the beatbox loop. Let me go here, let me listen to this one, and let me try to find out what I can do here. So one thing that I want to do is to add some compression. Okay, let me add a little bit of ratio. Increase it a little bit. Okay, so now one thing that I want to do is to add de-esser, and I'm going to use the waves one, but you can also use maximus as a de-esser. So let's go here. I like this one here a lot. This is just to contain, to okay, and yeah, the ringing is always there. And let's go ahead here and add some Fidelity, the splitEnhancer actually. Let me put on medium. Let's bring down this one to around 2K. Okay. Even in hard, I like this one in hard. Okay. And let's go here to the mix channel and let's also add a splitEnhancer. Let's put this on medium. See the difference? It opens up the mix a little bit. And also we can go ahead and add some maximus here. Let's see. Yeah, let's use maximus for some stereo separation. Let's bring the bass part to mono. The mid part a little bit to stereo, and the high part also. Okay, and if you want 25% off of splitEnhancer, the link will be in the description, and you have until tomorrow, so be fast. Okay, so this I can name it bass. This one's, what is this one? These are drums. Oops. Drums. What else? This, I think it's also drums. Yeah. Drums. This one's is hi-hats. And this is the beatbox. This one I will just leave it here just for backup purpose. I'm sorry about that. And now we could do, I will leave it just like that. I will leave that and I will not cut it. I can shorten it up a little bit, and I will select these ones. And let's do a simple one here. Okay, something like this. And we have the chorus, and then we have the bass. For the bass, I will leave just no violins. I will just leave the muted guitar and the tremolo guitar. Let's listen. One, you can leave the bass and take this off, or leave the piano and take the guitars off. Okay, yeah, I forgot that I have that little space there, so I would have to do something like this. Okay, so let's listen again this part from here. Okay, sounds nice. One more time, and then we can say that it's finished. It's almost 1 hour. Over 1 hour now, so yeah, it's quite big tutorial. Maybe lower the clap a little bit. I think it might be too loud. That's what I find sometimes in my headphones. I listen in my headphones and I like it, but then when I put it on my speakers, the snare is too loud, and probably that is an effect of the splitEnhancer. But yeah, I think it's done. And yeah guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. I know it was a little bit long, and if you are new to this channel, please subscribe and activate the notification so that you know when we upload new videos. And if you are watching this on Facebook, go ahead and leave a like on our page, Daily Beats. And what else? Okay, if you want to grab splitEnhancer with 25% discount off, you can discount off. Yeah, with a 25% discount, you can hit the links will be in the description or with this post, and I will have them also on the cards up there. And if you have any questions or suggestions, just leave them in the comments below. Sometimes it's hard to say this. So yeah guys, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.